Hello, and welcome to another episode of Break the Cycle with me, your host, Joshua Smith. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Fucking Tuesday.
Yes.
We are having more issues than I know how to talk about right now. I don't know
Our equipment is having a day like I did on our special episode.
Yeah. You'll notice that if I click over to Ryan's camera, it's just black.
Yeah.
So you can hear Ryan right now. I'll have to fix it at some point. Hopefully it works. But AJ's looking
I'm
good
not
tonight.
asleep this episode, I promise.
Ryan's a beautiful white man. Just take my word for it.
Oh, we didn't even work on your audio today, so I don't know.
Oh no! I hope it's working.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Okay. We're limping across the starting line.
We're limping across the fucking starting line, dude. It's so bad. I don't know. Whatever. We got a great show for you guys tonight, though. At least
We do.
We are only streaming YouTube like the old days.
Yeah.
Because
Cool.
When we try to go live on OBS, it says cannot configure multi-streaming, which is not a problem that we've had before. So,
According to the chat, I'm black now.
oh, you see, I don't even see the chats.
Black Ryan.
Oh,
I don't see what's
yeah.
We're having every fucking issue. There we go. Now I see it. Late but worth it.
Oh.
Sorry, guys. We are late.
I'll watch the chat.
Yeah, you can see the chat. We got some great clips loaded up for you. We got a great guest for you tonight. Before we get too far into it, of course, go check out toplobster.com. The man, the myth, the legend, my good friend and partner on Break Cycle, where you can get all kinds of great hats, backpacks, hoodies, shirts, leggings, dresses. I don't know. He's got all kinds of shit on there. Go check it out. Use BTC at checkout for a 10% discount. Hype that man. He's a good friend of mine. I don't care what you think about him, to be honest with you. He's dope. He's one of my best friends. And you can join the Patreon, subscribe, start becoming a YouTube channel under all of our videos by hitting the join link, where you can get into a private Discord server and get up to 30% off of new gear from Top 2 weeks before it goes to the general public. So good stuff. I promise it's worth it. Great show for you guys tonight. Lots going on in the world. But let's check in with Mr. Oh, look, Ryan's camera's working again.
Hey,
Ryan
Hey, nice.
Check in with my co-host, Mr. Ryan Kurtz, sir. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. A lot better than last episode. I had a bit of a rough one.
Yeah, we did a special episode for the Minnesota State Convention after doing like a road trip from here to Kansas and from Kansas all the way up to fucking Duluth, Minnesota, which is like basically Canada. It's almost Ontario. And we got up there and we decided to do some karaoke and have some drinks with the Libertarian Party of Minnesota. Good people. My good friend James Gentleman was DJing there, and Ryan may have had one or too many sips of honey mead.
Oh, nice.
He was drinking mead like a man.
I'm
Good
assuming
choice.
it was because it was homemade that fucked me up, and I think the alcohol percentage was a lie because I can do.
Cake is a lie.
What did they tell you it was?
I can do like 8 ounces of 15%, no problem normally. Yeah. And
Beast.
that's about what I had. And
Beast mode. Dude.
Yeah.
So at the little karaoke bar, which was the bar inside the hotel, by the way, I had 3 shots of Maker's Mark, but the woman was pouring like triple shots.
She was wonderful.
I went up to the VIP suite. I was invited to the VIP suite because apparently I'm a VIP, which still blows my mind. And they had like 3 different bottles that said rocket fuel on them, homemade whiskey. And it was the kind of homemade whiskey that actually tastes like fucking tequila because it's so homemade. You know,
Oh,
you know
Jesus.
what I'm talking about, right?
Okay.
Had a couple shots
Some
of
white
that.
lightning.
Yeah, I had a couple shots of that. I was all right. I was feeling all right. I ordered some food, fell asleep before it got there. Woke up and it was in the hotel lobby 7 hours later.
Nice.
And Ryan was having a rough day. I felt fine.
Yeah.
I took a Dramamine and some Tylenol, some acetaminophen, drank a bunch of water, had a really greasy, what the fuck did I eat?
it was the Duluth
A
Grill.
barbacoa. Yeah, we went to the Duluth Grill. I had a barbacoa, I don't know, what is that? Not an omelet, but where it's all mixed
A
together.
skillet?
Skillet. A
Oh my
barbacoa
God.
fillet, dude. It was so good. It had chorizo, chipotle, hollandaise sauce on it. It was
Yum.
killer, dude.
My
Killer.
my biggest regret from that trip is that I didn't like get to eat that. full
Yeah, he
meal.
got a really good breakfast.
I got an
He blew
omelet.
up
It was
immediately.
delicious.
Yeah.
I barely could get myself to swallow, and then I threw up the little bit I ate like 10 minutes later.
Is this foreshadowing for DC?
I'm going to limit how much I drink at DC. I'm probably gonna have like a two or three drink limit.
We've all
For
heard this
myself.
before.
You'll be staying with
We've
me.
heard this
AJ.
before.
You'll do no
Yeah.
such thing. Let's check in with my other
Yep.
wonderful co-host, Mr.
Mhm.
AJ. Sir, how are you doing tonight?
I am feeling fantastic, and I'm glad to be here and see you guys.
I zoomed in on your pretty mug tonight. On the
Thank
camera,
you.
and it looks way better. You look way
I
better.
appreciate it.
Oh,
Look good,
yeah,
huh?
it
Look good,
does.
doesn't it? You look good.
oh, you look like a conspiracy gun tuber.
Yeah, it's perfect, dude. It's perfect.
Mhm.
Look at there's the real AJ. You usually see him zoomed out. Now you see him zoomed in. He's
Yeah.
looking good.
What's going on, guys?
It's like Risky Frisky that you're a big fan of.
Yeah,
You're the spitting
we gotta get
image
him on the
right
show.
Yeah, we gotta get him on the show.
We need to get him on the show. We
Oh.
reached out. He was open to it. We just need to set something up.
I think that I
Oh,
have fixed
oh,
our
yeah.
mic issues without fucking it up. So if you guys hear any mic issues, please let us know. Guys, we got a great guest for you tonight. My friend, I like this guy. We don't always see eye to eye on things. I want to be very clear about this, okay? But he's one of the coolest dudes I know, period. Because as am I, he is a old school like scene kid, okay, which I am too. I know AJ was in the scene somewhere, I'm sure at some point too, right, AJ?
Oh, you mean when I was a wigger?
Oh no, that's wrong
Still are.
bro.
Oh, wrong
scene. The emo hardcore scene. He is Mr. Ben, the emo Ancap, sir. How are you doing tonight?
Dude, I'm great. How are you doing tonight? Thanks so much for having me. And we probably actually see eye to eye on more than you think. We just get into Twitter spats sometimes, and that shit's retarded. But
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, to be fair, I get into Twitter spats with everybody. Like
That's
every
true.
me
is true.
too. Me too. So
I think, look,
sometimes I fight just to fight.
Well, here's the thing about Twitter is like I view Twitter as a war zone. It is the only place in the entire country of the United States of America where I can go and tell the sitting president of the United States to eat my ass openly in the public. And so it's kind of just always been like a war zone for me. So I'm already preloaded. When I log into Twitter, I'm preloaded for
I mean,
like,
did you
war.
see like Elon Musk's post? Like, did you really just buy Twitter for $44 billion so you could post teabagging memes? And he's just like 100.
Yeah, 100. He posted the 100 emoji. It was one of the
Yeah.
greatest. I actually clipped that and put it on my Twitter and was like, we all wish we had that kind of fuck you money. Let's
I'm so glad this is free.
yeah. Well, and it's not even free. I mean, Twitter pays me, right? Like I've gotten to a point
Yeah.
now where Twitter's paying us, money to tweet. I mean,
Mhm.
it's not a lot. It's not a lot of money, but
Yeah.
it always makes me laugh when people are like, you pay for Twitter, and I'm like, actually, I send Twitter $11. They send me $40. Okay, so actually, Twitter is paying me to be on there. I had to, like any good investment. Okay, usually you got to pay. Usually got to pay up front, and then hopefully you get a return on investment. I've gotten a return on investment at least fourfold, at least minimum per month. So like, why not? It works for me. We got some great people in the chat tonight. You guys, as per the usual, we got a lot to talk about. But if you hear something and you want to say something and you want it brought up on the stream, drop a super chat. If you drop a super chat, we'll be happy to read it on air and answer your questions and all those good things. I am not going to do a members only show night after the show because I have a lot going on this week. It's been, for any of you guys that aren't aware, I started a new job. We've been traveling. The national convention is coming up. I have to mix that in with my family and training for my new job, which is actually going to have me away from the house for 9 days in May, like actual like flying out to go and train on systems that I work on. So like, and then I get back one day before I have to go to the national convention. And for you guys that don't know, I'll be back on Timcast on the 10th of this month as well. So like from the 10th through the end of May, I'm going to be wrecked, absolutely wrecked. So if we don't get a lot of shows in, I apologize. It's just how it's going to be. Ben, tell us about your new show, how it's going, how you got here, how you got to these ideas, my man.
Sure, dude. So I started Shut the Punk Up podcast like, I don't know, last fall. It really all started because like music scene's been something I've been a part of my whole life. I'm also a Liberty man. And there's no place really like that gets like constantly bombarded by cancel culture and by censorship than like honestly the mainstream music industry. Like there's a lot of artists out there that like have their opinions and their views that are being suppressed because they're scared to lose their livelihood from a bunch of woke scene kids. But at the same time, like I've been around, like I played Warped Tour in 2015. I've toured across the country and played in 42 states. So the music scene and this community is kind of my niche. So I'm trying to highlight some of that. Lately, I've gotten into this really shitty like circle where I've only been fucking interviewing libertarians for the last couple weeks. So I'm trying to break free from that, get back into doing more bands and stuff. I have some pretty cool artists coming up. It's just trying to figure things out with their touring schedule. And then like it started the emo caucus kind of with the same idea, like being kind of like bringing liberty to the music scene and vice versa. Cause there's a lot of people who hate the fucking government in music. And that's kind of just, I want to pull those people in and say like, yeah, like come hate the government and like help with being the fuck you vote, I guess, you know, if you don't want to spend it anywhere else. So yeah, man, I mean, other than that, I'm just yeah, I do my shit. I still make music. And I do a lot of shit for the Libertarian Party as well. And I'm starting a nonprofit, which should be starting in probably like another month or two. We'll announce that. So
Nice. I was a fellow musician for quite a while. I played in more like hardcore metalcore bands because that's just the scene that I found myself. Well, first of all, I wanted to be a lead singer, but I can't sing worth a shit. But I learned that I could scream really good. I just couldn't sing worth a shit. So it made it much easier for me to be in like heavy.
We were always that like
bands.
Really weird kind of person that fit in the lineup because we're like emo punk with some hardcore influence and a little bit of everything. So like, you know, we've been on all kinds of bills. We've been on like with some poppy bands like Metro Station, if you remember them.
Oh yeah.
But we've also like, I've played huge festivals with like A Day to Remember, Korn and Stone Sour. Like, so like we just, yeah, like it's just all over the map.
Yeah, Ryan on our road trip this weekend learned that my taste in music is probably the most eclectic thing about me. He said, there's a lot of people out there. You know, Josh, there's a lot of people out there. We're on the way back from Duluth. He's a lot of people out there say they listen to everything. And I think you're the only person I've ever met that actually listens to everything.
Yeah.
Because I was cycling back and forth between like Zach Bryan and country music. And he's like, oh God, he's putting his headphones in.
Yeah.
And then I was listening to like Halsey and fucking and Broods. And then I was cycling over to like
psychedelic
rock music, and then I was listening to like heavy shit. I was like, oh, let's put on It Dies Today. I haven't heard this in a while. You know what I mean? And he's like, what the fuck is going on with you? I'm like,
and then drill rap.
Yeah, drill rap. I was listening to some King Von and shit. Yeah, I fucking my musical taste is literally all over the map. You cannot pin me down. But it's funny because I'm just an old school. So my
except I can pin exactly like what your like baseline
you like
go-to comfort stuff is.
Vocals, yeah. So which is always going to be the whiny pop punk shit. That's that's how I. But the funny thing is I grew up in bluegrass music, right? So that's where my country roots come from. My great grandparents were the ambassadors of all bluegrass music. They had achieved their lifetime achievement awards from the Bluegrass Association. They were known as like the hosts of bluegrass.
Oh no!
I love bluegrass, dude. Bluegrass is the shit.
I'm a big fan.
They're like the best musicians.
Yeah. So my granny and grampy, my great grandpa and grandma, Hugh Moore Portwood, and Sadie Portwood, we would go to bluegrass festivals every year, stay, camp out, and I can't explain bluegrass to people other than it's a lot of tie dye with cowboy hats, dude. It's like the hippies of the country world, dude. Like totally. And man, I spent a lot of time there, but I also got into like my first CD that I ever bought myself was Damaged by Black Flag, right? So like hardcore music is like in my soul. That's who I am. I'm a hardcore kid, and I have been for years. And I played hardcore music, and I could name every hardcore band ever fucking in the entire world, even all the ones that you are like obscure and people don't know about. Like it's how, but I listen to everything, like fucking every kind of music you could. I was watching Broadway musicals with my kids the other night because I'm like, oh, have you ever seen the Phantom of the Opera? Greatest fucking music I've ever written. They're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, dude, it's amazing, like really cool shit. And then they're watching, they're like, yeah, this is really good. I'm like, I told you, okay. But I'm weird about music, dude. I don't know. I just don't have. You can't. I can pin down my favorite genres, but I can't pin down like I can't. People are like, what's your favorite song? Songs ever written? I'm like, oh, dude, I got like 7,000 of those, dude, and they're all in different genres. You know what I mean? I don't know. What's your favorite besides the pop punk stuff? Would you say that there's another genre besides bluegrass or something that you are really into that would surprise people?
Dude, I literally I do listen to a little bit of everything. But I mean I definitely listen to like a lot of hardcore. I've been like I'm going to Furnace Fest this fall with
God, I
like
wanna
its
go to Furnace Fest
headline.
so bad, dude.
Dude, it's gonna be so good. This is the last Furnace Fest, so
I know.
this is your chance. It's like Under Oath, Coheed. Last year, like was fucking awesome too.
I got a
I
buddy
went
who
last year.
wants to go really bad, and I'm thinking about making it, but I don't know.
We're having an emo caucus meetup down there. Ben Heckman's coming, so
Oh shit!
it's gonna
I
be
love Ben.
a good time.
I love
Yeah.
Ben too. Ben's in the hardcore Ben's in the libertarian movement. Just end up being cool, man. That's how it works. But anyways, we got a lot of other stuff to talk about before we get off the stream. And I know we started late. It's already 8:05, and I can't keep these guys too long. So, but we look. There's a lot going on in the world right now. A lot. So much shit. We've got the protests, the Columbia protests, but it's not just happening in Columbia, it's happening all over. So we got the Chaz protest. It's basically setting up Chaz's on college campuses, which look, dude, these state-run schools that are fucking taxpayer funded, basically. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. People get mad at me for this. They're like, oh, you're supporting the communists, and I'm like, okay, listen, first of all, I don't support communists. Okay, I need everybody to understand that there's very few people under communists that I hate more. Okay, very, very few. Pedophiles, child abusers, stuff like that. Like, I hate those people worse than I hate the communists. Although the overlap
Pretty close.
the overlap is
Pretty close.
yes, okay. So but here's the thing, like Israel, I need people to understand this, and I talk a lot about Israel on the show. Everybody knows that, okay? Like, even if you support Israel as a state, even if you support Zionism, even if you support their current warfare in Palestine, which you shouldn't, I think it's fucking abominable. I think that 30,000 dead, mostly innocent. It's terrible. It's fucking horrible. It's dissonance. I got you, motherfucker. I used the word dissonance the other day, so you're not using that word right. So I just started using it for everything.
Dissonant.
So it's terrible. But even if you support all those things, okay, you should be able to, as an American, say Israel and the American-Israel Alliance PAC, okay, has far too much sway over America's government. Far too much. When 75% of the people in the House today are financed by AIPAC, that's not okay. That's foreign interests.
Yeah.
That's absolutely foreign interests before America first, right? Now, as a libertarian, and I get this a lot, okay? You're a libertarian. Yeah, I'm a libertarian who's running to govern a nation, okay? And the vast majority of people in this country want their own sovereign nation, okay? And they should be allowed to have a sovereign nation, okay? And that's kind of my arguments about how, my very unlibertarian arguments about immigration, right? Like, people deserve to have a nation if they want to have a nation.
People are arguing that right
Much
now,
like Ben,
Josh.
who lives in New Hampshire, they deserve to have their, libertarian state. If people want to get together and
Libertarian homeland.
yeah, that people deserve to have their libertarian homeland, right? So I believe that people, like Americans, deserve to have their own sovereign nation. And if you're arguing that, every other country in the world can have their own sovereign nation with their own immigration policy, but America can't, you're the bad guy. And that's exactly what Israel argues all the time, okay? But it's worse than that. They can control our government. And when you say that, people are like, oh, you're an anti-Semitic. It's like, no, dude, it's the truth. They fund 75% of our government officials today, okay? They are behind tons of referendums, behind tons of bills. Like, they are not arguably, provably, the absolute biggest lobbyer of our federal government in the United States today. Okay. That's over big pharma. That's over the trucking industry. That's over the farming industry. That's over these huge industries in America. This foreign allegiance, this foreign opinion on American politics is the number one lobby of American politicians. So, like, even if you support Israel as a state, even if you support Zionism, even if you support their bullshit in Palestine, you should recognize and understand that this is not okay for American politics. You should be able to do that, especially as an American first, right wing, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself. You should be able to understand that without, bringing any of the other shit into it. So like, I don't care that people are protesting Israel, like in the United States. I think that they have too much sway over our government, right? So like, protest them. I think that you should. I don't agree with those people on their reasons for protest. I think that, well, I do in some sense, but I also don't think, I don't think that all Jews should be murdered. I don't think, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not, some of these people have some weird things, right? But like, and
It
I'm
should
also,
be illegal to say that, though, right?
no, it shouldn't be illegal to say that.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And it shouldn't be illegal to say anything at all, right? But this is, so like these college protests, I'm getting a lot of flack from right-wing Twitter, especially. Like, oh, you're supporting these guys. They're just like BLM. And I'm like, first of all, they're at a state-funded school, okay? That's completely subsidized by my tax dollars. Okay, it's not private businesses getting burned down in Minnesota and Wisconsin, right? It's a state-run school, protesting something that I would fucking protest too. You know what I mean? And they're not like killing anybody, and they're really clashing with the police, which I mean,
shit. If I were a student there, I'd be pissed because classes are like all remote now. I would just be looking to transfer schools. And if you're upset about it, you should be looking to transfer schools.
Sucks to suck, dude. Don't go to state-run schools. I don't know what to tell you.
There's a really great solution though that like I think me and you could probably agree on, which is I actually just watched the Woodstock '99 documentary. I don't know if you guys saw that.
It's crazy, yeah.
We should just start playing.
Really brought a chainsaw.
We should just play Limp Bizkit on the PA system there on a repeat, and just let them burn the whole fucking place down.
Yeah, people leave. They just start playing. But except for I go. So I like Limp Bizkit. I know that's really, really gay of me, dude. I get it, but I love Limp Bizkit.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I've only heard you not like one singular band or artist ever,
Which band?
And that's my favorite.
Yeah,
favorite one.
Tension.
That's the only one you don't like.
You did play a song that I thought was all right in the car.
Yeah,
I thought it wasn't my favorite, but it was all right.
Yeah, outside of X, you seem to like most of the rest of the people I
also
listen to.
really, really don't like Nickelback. Like, I'm not one of those people that does it to be cool. I don't talk about it all the time. I just really dislike Nickelback. And I really, 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 really dislike the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Like, even more than Nickelback.
I hate the Chili Peppers.
Yeah, so
I don't know any of their music.
I hate Chili Peppers. I hate U2, and you're gonna hate this one, but I hate the Beatles. So.
Oh yeah, I like.
Another Beatle hater.
Yeah, I love the Beatles. Oh,
you're in pleasant. You're in good company.
I don't know what's going on with your camera, dude. I love the Beatles. I don't care for U2, but there's some songs that I definitely like by U2. I absolutely cannot stand the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And the reason, no, it's fixed. It's fixed. Don't touch it, Ryan. It's fixed. It fixed itself.
Okay.
Here's the thing about Red Hot Chili Peppers, and my best friend Vinny Marshall actually brought this up to me, and it's one of the reasons why I used to like him when I was little. And
you don't like Flea?
No, well, it's basically he's really good at bass.
Flea's cool.
The problem with the band is Anthony Kiedis. And let me tell you why the problem with the band is Anthony Kiedis.
He's cringe right now. He was cool back in the day, though.
No, he wasn't cool then either. Because tell me what one of his songs is about.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's worse.
No.
He's worse than the Eagles when he's writing lyrics, dude. It literally makes no sense, zero sense.
Yeah, he's like a sing-songy lyricist where like the words aren't very, very clear. It's a little vague. It's a vague.
They don't make any sense. They're all just rhyming words.
It's like up to interpretation, man.
The only song that I can say I've ever heard of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I've heard their whole catalog really, and up until at least the mid '90s to early 2000s. The only song that they've ever put out that has any meaning whatsoever is Under the Bridge.
Under the Bridge. I
was
was going to say
his fucking heroin addiction. Okay, and that was it. That's it. Other than that, he makes zero sense. He just rhymes words. He has no heart.
Probably because he writes all the songs while high on heroin.
Well, he hasn't been high on heroin for a long time.
Californication was pretty good.
Doesn't make any sense. Zero sense. And that's somebody from California saying that.
Yeah,
it's like play that shit like because that's how Woodstock '99 ended. Is that the Chili Peppers started playing Fire tribute to Jimi Hendrix, and then everyone started lighting everything on fucking fire. So maybe it was just like we'll start with Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit, and then we'll go straight to Fire, and we'll just see what happens. I don't know.
Wrap it up with some ICP.
ICP. Oh, and then just bring Rammstein to the college campus, and they'll just light everything on fire themselves, dude. You know what I mean? Or Great White. Bring Great White. You guys remember the band?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The club caught on fire. And
Oh yeah. They burned to
like
death.
30 people or something like that.
Hey, historical context, real quick, just about the Woodstock '99 thing. As somewhat like I graduated high school in '97. So 99, okay? We do the math there.
Yeah, you're a little bit old.
Listen,
I graduated in 2001.
Yeah,
so.
I just got to say, at that point in time, when we saw that footage, we didn't think that was dangerous at all. We thought it was fucking awesome.
What place?
Like, the night, the Woodstock, you know, the fire and all the crazy shit.
Yeah, we had a blast.
Yeah, it was amazing. That's not how I remember it in that age, right? Now that I'm older and I look back in the footage, I'm like, holy shit. Would you allow your kids to go to that?
No. No,
absolutely fucking not.
98% of the shit that I did.
Yeah,
but here's the thing. So, but I also need you to understand that I grew up with a single mom who worked 3 jobs and had 2 kids and literally had no control over me whatsoever.
That same opinion you have for Woodstock '99, we should all have for fucking publicly funded colleges. So
yes, that's perfect. That's absolutely perfect.
Yes.
Here's the funny thing. I actually have my own Limp Bizkit story. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but Limp Bizkit once was recording I think it was for My Generation. My Generation. You remember that song?
Oh yeah.
I think they were recording the video for that. And so what they did was they put out a live show. They did a live show that was free. And it was at the San Jose State College auditorium. But here's the kicker. And the opener was Cypress Hill and Cold, a band called Cold, who actually was really good. Here's the kicker. You had to get a wristband, and you had to wait in line for wristbands to get into this concert. So they opened up the football stadium for San Jose State, the Spartans, and everyone started lining up like the morning before the day of the show. And we got there in the afternoon, and it was already absolutely packed, okay? And it turned into what I feel like those protests are right now. It was like fucking absolute drunken, drug addict, like debauchery in the football stadium all night long. And then everybody woke up just shitty and had to go and walk into this concert started at 3 p.m. Pauly Shore was there videoing everybody for this thing.
The Weasel.
Yeah, the Weasel. and I'll never forget. I have the picture somewhere. I'll put it on my Twitter later. Where this girl flashed the camera, and I'm standing behind her like this, and it's in the fucking music video, dude. It's in the Limp Bizkit music video, yeah. And I'm like,
okay, we gotta go look that up.
Yeah, I think it's My Generation. I don't know. I've been in several music videos. I was in that one. I was in Overcome by Terror too. If you know, I know you know who Terror is. Ben.
Never heard of them.
I love Terror, dude. They were at Furnace Fest last year actually. But
they're one of my favorite bands, and they're doing the Overcome video, and they were shooting it under the 6th Street Bridge in L.A., which is fucking iconic. Like they've shot car scenes down there, driving and shit. And so I just showed up, and I wore a Bleeding Through shirt that's literally in bright, big, huge letters on the back of the shirt. It says "Fuck you forever," and they had to blur it out in the video.
Oh,
and so you could totally see me every time I pop up on the video, you can see me because my back's all blurred out. It's like a red and white blur. And I was like, yeah, that's me. Look at me. Anyways, we're going on and on.
Life hack. We're an obscene shirt.
AJ, how do you feel about these protests? What do you think, dude?
So obviously I'm a free speech absolutist, right? So protest your little hearts out. I just think it's weird how, I swear to God, for 4 years, it was white supremacist Nazi tiki torch guys, right? That hate the Jews. And now all of a sudden, it's the guys that were screaming at those guys that are the guys calling for, from the river to the sea and all this shit. I just think the whiplash on that and the cannibalism on the political left is just, I'm just watching it happen. It's like a shark fest.
At what point do people realize that the left literally just goes with whatever the mainstream is? I mean, at any point in history of my life, I can 100% follow the left and their thinking, and it's always whatever the mainstream narrative is.
Yeah. You just turn on CNN.
Yeah, whatever CNN is saying.
They have to hate the whitest people. So they're like, okay,
Well,
Palestinians in Gaza, Jews are like, Jews are more white. We hate the Jews.
Ben, where you at on this, dude?
So I'm also a free speech absolutist. So like, I think that they should be protesting, whatever. At the same time, I also fucking hate the police, and I know that like there's a lot of like overly militarized police shit going on, and I kind of like made this like post on Twitter the other day too, because I held the police gun buyback in New Hampshire the other year.
I remember that, dude. That was
Yeah.
fucking hilarious.
So like
That
where I
video
stood
you
outside
put
of
out
a
was great.
Yeah, I stood outside of Manchester Police Department, and we like offered to buy back cop guns for $25 and donuts. And we didn't get any
Absolute
guns,
legend.
but still, like I think that, like, you know, we should, as libertarian, be encouraging the de-escalation of shit. But same time, like this is what's wild. So like we're just talking about like two different types of socialists here, essentially, at the end of the day. Because the state side is very much so, they're all socialists too. This is a huge socialist program, and the socialists are just trying to like destroy each other right now. Like I believe in private property rights, but we're not talking about private property here too. And nobody's like, I don't think anyone's burning anything to the ground either. You know, I think that like this is like an anti-war movement. The problem is that like their side of it is just boosting up another version of the state. That's why I don't like, I like, I'll let them talk, but I don't like support it in that way, if that makes sense. So,
well, that's so my problem with if you remember the rally, the Rage Against the War Machine rally.
Yeah.
When I resigned from the LNC, it was one of the things I cited as the reason why I was stepping down. Right. I probably put too much emphasis on that because I was trying to protect other people from other shit that was the real reason I was still stepping down from the LNC. Now I've put all that out there and said, fuck them. Like, I don't give a shit anymore. Right. Mm-hmm. So like I put way bigger emphasis on that rally being a part of why I stepped down than it really was. It was a much smaller part of me stepping down than the other backroom bullshit I was dealing with on the LNC from the chair and other people, right? These people who are fucking absolute snakes. And I'll say it very clearly and proudly. Like, these people are fucking snakes, dude. And nobody knows that better than me, who's been around that movement since the very beginning. Mm-hmm. I promise you, I know these people better than you do. So just believe me. But here's the thing. So that was one of my biggest problems with that Rage Against the War Machine rally was we're inviting open communists. I was getting you remember I got absolute death threats, like legit death threats.
I remember, yeah.
If I was going to show up to the Rage Against the War Machine rally by communists that were part of this People's Party that was a co-author and co-sponsor of this rally. And so to me it was like, yes, I want the left to protest war. I don't want to go and march in the streets with communists. Okay.
Right.
I guess my one thing is like, okay, well, I know open neo-Nazis, like legit neo-Nazis, okay, that are as anti-war as they come, dude. As anti-fucking war as they come. Would the people that were mad at me wanting to ally with open communists be okay with allying with the open fucking National Socialists that I know on anti-war stuff? So like if you wouldn't be okay with that, then you being mad at me for not wanting to ally with an ideology and a regime that has caused 100 million deaths in the 21st century, you're a hypocrite and a piece of shit, dude. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel about it. Like, I didn't want to attach my name to a communist thing. I don't care if they're anti-war. Great. I would love everybody in the United States of America to be anti-war, Nazis and communists alike. I would like that. But I also know that one of the main reasons communists want to get rid of the state as a revolutionary tactic, right, is so that they can oppress business owners and bosses and landlords and kill them. And so do I want to help them with their ideology and means so that they can put me up against the wall when they get power? No, absolutely not. And so that's how I feel about a lot of shit. I don't know if that changes anything for you guys, but like, that's where I'm at. Ryan, you guys
I'm an anarchist, like an anarchist. So like I don't even really support laws that are being added to the book that, like, just because it makes the book bigger. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for me, like, I think the answer going forward is nullification of all the shitty laws and all the shitty policies that they're putting in place. We're in a losing position as libertarians, so we're never going to win anything. I think that all this work should be done through coalitions and through stuff like that. I don't think that's, the party can do its best at it. But I think that like as individuals going out and actually talking to people and meeting people and finding people where they're at and explaining to them the horrendous war crimes that are happening overseas and that they might not even realize that are happening, that's where the change is happening. It's not happening through fucking who's getting elected to the treasurer on the board this year. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I got a great clip for you guys. We're gonna watch this clip real quick, and Ben, you'll have to watch it on your phone. But
yep.
Recently, a union worker was asked how he felt about Trump and all this hoopla, and also the Biden campaign, and this is what he had to say. Let's see if it works. I'm just getting used to this thing.
What's it like seeing so many Republicans in Manhattan, so many Trump supporters in Manhattan? Does that surprise you?
No, not at all. It's turning now. Trump's turn again.
What's your message to Joe Biden?
Fuck you.
And they bleeped it on several news outlets, of course.
Yeah, we're not going to bleep it here on Break the Cycle,
No.
but this is a fucking hilarious clip to me because it's the union, okay, and I need people to understand the union because they don't. The union has almost single-handedly, besides a few minority groups, kept the Democrats in power where they've been in power on the elite West Coast states, especially for generations, dude. I mean, just like probably 2 full generations, the union has kept the Democrats in power in places like New York and California, even parts of Oregon, much of the Northeast, Boston, especially Massachusetts, absolutely 100%. Hoffa and these guys, like they got in bed with the Democrats big time, and somehow the Democrats made themselves in the public the party of the blue collar working class people. So the union actually, and I know, I grew up with union workers. I have union worker friends now. The unions, like the bosses and the union reps and stuff, like absolutely 100% push union workers to vote Democrat. Still to this day, it happens all the time.
Yep.
And so to see union workers starting to flip on the Democrat Party nationally is a seriously crazy sign. I don't know. What do you think, AJ?
I just think it's a symptom. We're starting to see symptoms of, the cracks. The cracks are showing. And we're just getting warmed up for the summer. I think all the swirling events that we're seeing right now, though, I think they're trying to figure out what's the hot thing. Like, what do we get? What's our George Floyd to get this summer popped off, right? I think they're trying to decide what gets the most reaction. So we're seeing the protests right now. I don't know if we're going to see pushback from the people that want to be left alone.
Well, isn't it funny that every 4 years, right before a presidential election, there's massive protests.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, there's some kind of new martyr in the news. The only thing we haven't gotten this time, which we typically got, which scares me because we haven't gotten it yet, so it's probably going to be bad, is a pandemic. We get a pandemic every 4 years, right at election time. Actually, it seems like every 2 years almost. It was before around even the midterm elections. Right?
Yeah, they're going to do something different.
Ryan,
they're not talking about.
Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you feeling like Minnesota right now?
No, I'm just I'm trying to think about like pandemics. The only one I remember in middle school there was a big scare about H1N1 and then COVID.
You were in middle school for H1N1?
I was in middle school for H1N1.
Oh wait.
Yep.
Really?
Yep. It would have been my 8th grade year.
I was
when you were talking about Woodstock, I was 4. I was 4 when that happened.
And you're younger too, aren't you? Not.
What was that?
You're a little bit younger too, right? You're like in your low 30s or something.
I am 34 right now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. AJ's the old man here, but we're not far off. I'm only like 2 years younger than AJ. And AJ is old enough to be almost old enough to be Ryan's dad.
Yeah. You're about the same age as my father-in-law, and about I think 12 years younger than my dad.
Damn.
Yeah, wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
That's cool.
That whole like the union thing or asking like the workers, that it cracks me up because I worked construction for over 12 years. And like that is the vast majority of the opinion for almost every construction worker that I've ever worked with. But like, you know, the unions, obviously they don't really represent the workers at all. But it kind of reminds me like a couple, like I think maybe like a month ago, in New York. I don't know if you remember, but the New York Attorney General got sued by the firefighters. They're having like this big celebration because she's the one that was like suing Trump for fraud. And then she goes up on stage and like obviously it was playing, and they ended up like booing her off the stage. I don't know if you remember that, but it kind of reminds me of that because I don't know, the unions, they don't. What was that?
Who was getting booed off stage?
The New York Attorney General. The one that sued Trump.
Right.
Yeah. But she was like at like a firefighter union hall. They're doing some kind of celebration, and like the vast majority of those people too, they're very much so right-leaning people. So it was all planned.
Yeah.
Was that Letitia James? I got the wrong chick.
That sounds right. She's like a dark skinned lady, a black lady. She's a black lady.
James. Yeah.
Oh, it's Black Lady. Speaking of Black Lady, have you heard of this new show coming out on Netflix called Black Twitter?
No, Hulu.
Is it on Hulu?
Yeah, it's on Hulu. It comes out May 9th on Hulu.
They're doing a whole ass show about Black Twitter, dude.
Yeah, the promo came on. I was just like, it was like a train wreck.
Hey, that's funny you bring that up. I actually have the promo loaded up here. Do we want to watch it?
We want to see. You want to see?
You want to see it?
Yeah.
You guys want to see do you guys want a promo for the new show Black Twitter?
We're gonna decode this. We need to decode this promo.
Let's see what happens.
You know you're black when you cancel plans when it's raining.
You know you're black when you wear tall tees.
You know you're black when you can go to a cookout late and still be early.
Yo, where do we come up with these?
What was your digital footprint like before Black Twitter?
Black voices.
Black Planet.
I spent a lot of time on MySpace.
But Twitter was different. Black Twitter created a space to experience things together.
There's a Hotep Twitter.
Black music Twitter. There's definitely Twitter after dark.
Is this thing on?
Black people bring value to every place we gather.
Now, come on. We move the culture forward. We did it, Joe.
I do know one thing, is that when Black Twitter showed up, it was at the most important time.
We can kiki all we want, but when you're black, you can't avoid the realities of this world.
And I might never come down. It's way bigger than just fun and jokes.
We used it to create change intentionally.
We stay on ready.
Talking about like Black History Matters, this is like Black history.
This historical record, you could turn it off like that.
And I might never come down. But as black people always do, we don't die.
We multiply.
All right.
They don't die.
What'd you think, Ryan?
Lots to unpack there. What do you think, Ryan?
Didn't like 2020 tell me something very different?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a new world. So this is really funny to me because I interact with like lots of black people on Twitter all the time who are just like normal human beings, and like the majority of normal people that aren't involved in these like crazy racial politics, like they're just normal people, right? And now there's a whole show about Black Twitter, which I'm like, they're talking about, some of the things they're talking about are things that like parts of Twitter that I've been on and parts of Twitter that Adrian's probably been
That's what I'm having a hard time understanding. I've heard people call it Black Twitter, and I'm like, do I have to go to a site? Is there a password? Is it different than X?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
There's just a bunch of different sub communities on Twitter. So, if you're a part of K-pop Twitter, you don't see Liberty Twitter. The site exists in different states for different people.
So there's a lot to unpack in that.
Yeah.
That ad. First of all, it's like, there's the Groypers and stuff when they do the "We Was Kings" shit, right? Like where they're talking about how it's not really it's the foundational Black American thing, right? Like, have you guys heard of this? The FBA,
Tariq Nasheed.
Yeah, Tariq Nasheed and people like that who are like, oh yeah, we built everything, we did this, we did all that. It feels like an extension of that to me. Like this thing feels like an extension, right? Am I the only one that feels?
Your mic is quiet. The chat's saying your mic is quiet,
that was
Josh.
No,
there's another one.
Oh, what the fuck?
I know.
Check.
Yeah, Kyle.
Check.
Kyle says, Josh, you're super quiet.
Here, how's that? Is that better? Let me know if that's better. If it's not, I'm sorry.
There we go.
How do I sound better now? Let me know if it does look quiet to me. Yeah, I see that. Hold on.
Yep.
Check it. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Break the Cycle. You talk. AJ, talk.
All right, Kyle,
talk.
let us know if this is better. Is this working?
Hello. I turned this thing all the way up. I don't understand why it's so quiet. This thing's way hotter than it should be. It should not be that hot. I don't understand.
JC's asking.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Break the Cycle. Me, your host, Joshua Smith. I hope everyone's having a great... Hello.
Oh, they say it's better.
I'm probably messing it all up now, to be honest with you.
Level 0 says that's better.
I may have pushed too many buttons.
JCC wants us to check out this nigga Biden account.
Give your rundown about that.
What's that?
Give your rundown.
Okay. This is going to be a horrible rundown. Okay, listen. There's a lot of things to unpack in that video. Let's talk about some of them. So they're saying Black Twitter is separate from the rest of Twitter.
Yeah, it's a sub-community.
So there's hashtags that maybe we're not privy to. Is that right?
It's probably just like hashtag Black Twitter.
Okay. Then they were talking about before Black Twitter, MySpace accounts. What was some of the other ones? I couldn't
some
blackpower.com or whatever.
Forum sites before
Yeah.
MySpace, and it's like, oh yeah, the 8 black people who use
I can't be the only person that's mind blown that there's a separate Twitter for different races. I'm confused by that.
There's a separate internet for different races.
I mean, but Black Twitter is separate from the dark web.
Well, they started it, and then
I'm confused. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You know, I am the oldest guy here, so maybe I should be confused.
Ben, where you at?
A little confused.
Truth Social or something like that?
He still uses it.
Oh, I have before. Didn't go well. I had a poll about replacing smoke alarm batteries. This is a very small example, but it was a limited results. I'm guessing, but I had a poll in there about. I said, hey, attention, Black America, replace your smoke alarm batteries, right, for the chirp phenomena. And then below that, I'd space, and I said, did you think this tweet was racist? Yes or no? Mm-hmm. It was 70-30. They thought that was a racist tweet versus trying to save people's lives by replacing your smoke alarm batteries so that you're alerted when there's a fire in your house. So apparently, some people would rather die in a fire than listen to someone they are racist. That's what I took from that poll.
That checks out.
That's what I took from that poll.
Oh, Jesus.
I was going to make a similar comment that, Black Twitter thinks they're moving culture and making this huge impact, and I don't think any of them would last 5 minutes on 4chan. They would just get eaten alive in that hellscape. I would get eaten alive, and I've been using the internet for long.
I think that we need a guest from Black Twitter to come on the show.
We've had anybody in the chat?
Is there anybody in the chat that would like to come on and help us understand the phenomena that is Black Twitter?
Yeah, Cal is a regular of Black Twitter.
Opie says I can hear neither one of them. They're muted.
I saw that. You're not muted right now anymore.
Oh. Okay.
For some reason, I need you guys to keep talking in your mind.
Okay.
No problem.
Yeah.
We've got Jordan in the chat. Jordan is Benke. Is it illegal to replace smoke alarm batteries? No, it's not illegal to replace smoke alarm batteries.
It is illegal to break and enter and replace someone else's smoke alarm batteries.
That could be true.
Found that one out the hard way.
And I had, step 2 is going to affect neighborhoods with 9-volt batteries and just going door to door. And I just think that's probably dangerous. I don't know.
JC said,
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. And listen, I've talked off the show with Ryan about this. I'm not joking. I'm legitimately concerned. There's a population of people that apparently is susceptible to house fires and to not hearing an alarm go off if there's smoke in the room. So I'm legitimately concerned about these people. What I'm saying is it's perceived as a racist care. You see what I'm saying here? This is where racism
if you
kills.
Ignore it for long enough, that it's called alarm fatigue. So if you ignore it,
I'm listening,
for long enough, or you have too many notifications or something like that, it'll happen with your phone a bunch. You'll just tune it out because it's no longer important. Because you've ignored it for so long.
But if I don't get a notification from Twitter, I'm not a charred body in the morning.
I didn't know.
If I ignore the
they
chirp,
just ignore it. It's their choice to ignore it, and eventually they become fatigued to it, and they naturally block it out.
It's also tiresome. I think I've got our audio issues figured out. If we don't sound good, please let us know. But it looks like on both, I'm probably a little hot on here right now. It's probably sounding a little hot for me, which I guess the big problem here for me is that I have, I just turned it all the way down. Hello.
Okay,
hello.
Ben's not muted, is he?
Hello.
Okay.
Hello. I'm trying to fix the audio, guys. I swear to God. I don't know why my audio is lower than everybody else's, but I'm probably pretty hot right now. So I apologize. I thought I had the audio fixed. I'll have to work on it later. Whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know where I was over here trying to fix our audio, and I am definitely quieter than everybody else. I can see it in the mixer here. It doesn't matter what I do. It's not fixing it. AJ, can you talk into your mic some more?
Check. Mic check. Hello, everybody. Are we good there? Is that better?
Hello.
Julio P says, what if the batteries are stolen? Okay.
Yeah. Is this our record for most boomered stream?
Yes. Yeah.
I think this is a new record. We've had camera issues. We've had audio issues. We've had streaming issues. We were like 9 whole minutes late. Like, we are just hitting every single checkbox.
We need.
Oh, now people can't hear Ben?
No, I fixed it.
Okay.
That's fixed.
Yeah.
If anybody is listening from Duracell, Rayovac, wants to sponsor some 9-volt batteries, we definitely hand it out.
That would either go really good or really bad.
No, they only go in one way, Ryan. They only go in one. You've seen the little. It's a little
for their public image.
Anyways, yeah. Sorry, guys. This is the most boomered stream I've ever.
Yeah, it's a new record for us.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Quite
here.
boomered.
Yeah, it's quite boomered.
I feel like we're gonna get a lot of strongly worded letters.
Yeah.
And emails.
Guys, recently the San Jose mayor got.
Oh God.
And I have.
Well, his guard did. No, his guard did.
No, it was him. It was him. That's legitimately.
Maybe
him.
I haven't watched the entire clip.
Yeah, that's the actual mayor. And if you hear the police phone calls, they're actually saying, yes, the mayor is here in a fist fight right now.
Okay. All right.
So it's the actual San Jose mayor in a fight with a man on the street. We're going to play a little bit of the clip, not the whole clip. The whole clip's like 3.5 minutes. But I think the major takeaway here is never fight in dress shoes.
No. Or flip-flops.
Or flip-flops. And learn, for crying out loud, how to throw a single fucking punch. Just one.
It's embarrassing.
I'm watching the fight and going, if he threw one punch, he could have won.
Listen, missing fathers. A lot of single moms.
Okay, my dad is so non-confrontational. He would never have taught me how to throw a punch.
Okay, there you go.
Let's see a little bit of this fight with the San Jose mayor.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, bro, this is a bunch of you can erase, but I would not let him go in there if we can. I don't know.
You want to say something stupid? Rock Edward just slapped him in the face.
Sorry, we're doing an interview, sir.
Are you doing an interview? Yeah. Okay, I'm moving on. I work right there. I'm talking on the phone. You got a problem?
Yeah, we're just trying to do.
Okay, cool. I appreciate you, mind. Yeah, you should mind. Shamar, yeah. I'm gonna go do what I'm gonna do right before you walked up. You know what I'm saying? Either way it goes. First of all, hold up. What?
I'm gonna translate.
No, bro, hold up. No, let go. Hold on a second. Let go. I'll smack you right now, bitch. I will smack you.
I will smack you.
You wanna get smacked?
Hey! I think people get into the context of what did you know?
Oh, no, can you call?
Yeah.
Back up.
Listen, during a fight, by the way, everybody looks black. Okay? If you're a white guy, you call the N-word. If you're white, and the guy's black guy's going to call you. Everybody's an N-word in fights.
The officer's been assaulted on first
face.
No,
I thought the mirror was you guys keep the camera. That's what came on. That's a security guard. What? So that's the same as a mayor in a black suit. And the guy, he's doing like a rope-a-dope kind of dance with his little hair. Yeah, there's either a tire iron or some kind of metal object that he dropped. Hello. Now they're both hand to hand.
Okay. Not at the moment, but
my question is, after all this, did the camera cause this, or did the fight cause the camera?
There's no patrol.
Hello. Sorry, I'm still over here testing mics while you guys.
No worries.
just on the mayor.
Mayor's holding it right now.
Okay, so right here, I'm wondering, why isn't this guy taken down, or why haven't the other men watching this intervened? They're just watching this one-on-one mutual combat.
Because the mayor here wrestled in middle school.
Oh, Jesus, okay. Guys, don't see,
Yes.
yeah,
Check. It's my output gain.
Just trying to point out the dangerous activity here. Guys, when you see a one-on-one fight like this, end the fucking fight. It's a street fight on concrete.
All right, this is. It's mostly over now. It's mostly over now.
Yeah.
So this is the mayor, and I think I want you guys. If I haven't, let me know. I think I got the audio better now. I think I fixed the compressor. I think it was the output gain on the compressor was a little low, a little too low. So we should be good now. It should be loud enough now. I have never seen a mayor get in a fist fight before.
No.
I know that in the...
You're not from a small town.
Right. Yeah, I'm from a large town where the mayor hid a lot because he was not a good mayor. And I can tell you that I think more mayors should start getting in fist fights. I think more politicians should know how to fist fight. And here's the thing, like if people that could fight got into politics, I feel like our country would be a lot better, dude.
100%.
Like, because right now we have pussies like that guy running one of the biggest cities in in California, the United States, to be honest with you. San Jose is a very big city, with huge suburbs outside of the city too. I mean, this is basically Silicon Valley, right? This is basically where massive amounts of tech companies set up, okay, and move people in from all over the world. And this guy can't throw a punch. Can't throw a single fucking punch. And the thing is like if he could have thrown a punch, he could have won that fight.
I don't even think
he can't even trip properly. Like he was trying to trip him, and he couldn't even get his leg taken out.
It was bad. It was one of the worst things I've ever seen from anybody in a fight. Like I've seen
the other guy wasn't doing much either. He was just kind of dancing around.
That's what I'm saying. If this mayor had known how to throw a punch, it would have been over very quickly.
Same with the other guy.
Yeah, or take his legs out. They're standing there in the middle of the street, and this weird trippy cheap's trying. I don't know. It was disappointing.
Yeah. Well, that was wrestling. He knew a little bit of wrestling, and that's like a very basic wrestling takedown.
I've seen wrestlers. That didn't look like wrestling to me. It looked like
I'm saying he's not a good wrestler, but he has some experience with it. So he probably did it in like 6th, 7th, 8th grade and then stopped in high school because it gave him a boner every time he did it, and he was embarrassed by that.
JC says, bring back dueling. A little super chat there. Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. I think dueling should come back. I think a lot of these mutual combat situations in Chicago between gang members, we need to bring back dueling. Hey man, you want to really walk 10 paces instead of, spraying from a car and kind of getting away and like maybe somebody's hit, maybe somebody's not, and a lot of bystanders around. You're nut up, dude. Nut up. Let's do some dueling.
We got an older super chat from Level Zero, $5. He said, "This is for Ben hating RHCP and you two. That is the correct opinion."
Oh yeah.
Thanks for that. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I just think that politicians are fucking pussies, dude, and they hide behind their policy to the point of where it's like, dude, if you know how to fight, right? Like, if you know how to throw a punch and take a punch and fight people in the street, like, I feel like you have the street knowledge to not try and pass those kind of laws.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Oh, so is he saying that Ben is muted, or who's muted? Bono's muted? That's good. We're okay with Bono being muted. Who is muted entirely? Let me see. You talk, Brian.
Hello.
Talk, AJ.
Check. Mic check 1 2.
Neither of you guys are muted. You talk, Ben.
Yo. What's up?
No one is muted. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. It's crazy. I think I fixed the audio issues. If not, let me know. I'm so sorry with all these audio issues, guys. I'm an asshole. I try to get them fixed out. I don't know why.
I feel like that could be like a really good like comedy podcast setup where they get like a couple of comedians together and they're like, okay, we're gonna like start this podcast
and just fuck up all the audio.
And the whole time they're just trying to fix audio issues. Just like 45 minutes, 10 episodes each of them trying to fix technical issues.
Your camera froze while you were speaking. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. This is the most technical issues we've ever had, dude. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I really don't understand. And I'm not gonna pretend to understand either. I'm sorry.
It's fun. I feel like we're trashing a rental car.
Yeah, except that this is my actual paid for studio.
Yeah.
We had a rental car this weekend when we were driving.
We took good care of it.
Yeah, we took pretty good care of that little. It was supposed to be the mid-size SUV, and they definitely gave us a compact SUV.
What was it?
Oh fuck, a Hyundai.
Yeah,
something with Kona.
Hyundai Kona. Oh yeah, it's like a chopped off ass end.
Yeah, I essentially the rack so we could do the show. I had to put it in the back seat. It wouldn't go in the fucking cargo area of an SUV, dude. I had to go in the back seat next to my 3-year-old because we took my 3-year-old we took Tato to Kansas with us since you were coming.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you missed out. It was a fun trip.
Oh,
it was a fun trip,
dude. Yeah, training. Training from a new side hustle.
Ben, you gonna be Porkfest this year?
Yes, I've got a hub for the emo caucus. We're gonna be doing a couple nights of I'll do like a metal night. I've got again, I did emo night again, which was fucking sick last year. Gonna do punk rock karaoke. We're gonna do Cut My Life into Pizzas pizza party. Fucking
awesome. You got a whole thing set up, dude.
All male wet t-shirt contest, live goldfish eating, all kinds of shit. It's gonna be a party.
I'll eat a live goldfish though. I don't give a fuck.
What's Porkfest?
Well, you can dude. I hope you can come. That'd be great.
Yeah, I'm gonna try my very hardest to be there this year. It's just gonna be weird with all the trainings I'm doing over the next 3 months for the new job. So
my hub's gonna be the most hopping hub. So if you end up coming, let me know if we can do.
If you're that's where I'll be.
When is it?
It's the third week of June.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah, I think I'm available that week
right now.
And for all intents and purposes, I could get the nomination at the national convention next month too, and be running for president. So, which is a huge possibility. In fact, somebody today online is like, "Oh, Josh isn't going to even get close to the nomination, and he won't even be in the top 3." And I'm like, "Bro, this is my fourth national convention in a row of organizing delegates. Okay, that's what I did for 4 national conventions. I organized delegates for national campaigns." And I'm counting the delegates, dude. I know that we have a really good shot. But here's the best thing is your supporters that are being assholes to me need to understand that you don't win without my delegates. right? So I guarantee you I'm in the top 3 delegates as far as delegates count. And Mike Tremont or Lars or Chase or Rechtenwald don't win without my delegates. They don't. It's not going to happen, right? So, like, you might want to at least try to be nice to the guy who's been organizing delegates for national conventions for over 7 years now. You might want to think about what you're saying. 2017 was when I first started organizing delegates. It is now going on. It's 2024 now. So 7 years I've been organizing delegates to the national convention. You might want to rethink what you're saying when you're talking to me like, oh, he won't even get close. I know how to do this. I had to organize delegates on second and third ballot at the national convention in Reno. Okay. I've been doing this for a while. I know what I'm doing. I know how to win on second, third, fourth, fifth ballots. Okay.
DC is going to be my warm up for Pork Fest. I'm DJing a huge party on Friday night. I'm doing another punk rock karaoke Saturday night, and then I'm also DJing the gala too. So.
Oh, you're DJing the gala? Really?
Yeah.
So is the gala going to have emo night too?
They are making the playlist, but if I can squeeze a couple bangers in there, I definitely will.
You might as well, my man. Well, shit, we're getting late on this thing, and I gotta get all my kids to bed and get these guys going. But
I'm going to Pork Fest.
You're gonna come?
Yeah, let's go. Look at my calendar. It's open.
You'll fucking love it, dude. Let's go. It's one of the coolest things I've ever been to in my life, dude. I went 2 years ago, and I actually had a talk there at the main pavilion.
Is it in Wisconsin?
No, it's in New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
The free state.
That's right.
Did you just ask me if Pork Fest was in Wisconsin?
Yeah, I
You're
did.
gay, you can't go.
Why
You're
did
not
I
allowed
think
to
it
go.
was in Wisconsin?
I don't know. But you're not allowed to go.
I don't know. Because Iowa
Isn't there
would make
another
the
libertarian
next
thing that's
most
in
sense
Wisconsin?
because if it was PORK. Because we got the most pigs per capita.
No.
Yeah, we are the
fuck
pork
that.
economy.
PORK Fest is in Iowa, guys.
We are the pork
Fest
economy.
is in
for
Iowa.
sure, yeah,
Maybe that's what.
But there's a PROC for the
PORC
for the
Porcupine Fest
Yeah.
is in New Hampshire,
which we don't have here.
What about the Pork Fest as a
Locked in.
euphemism for sex? Where would that take place?
Ryan froze again.
Ryan, of course, you'd say something perverted like that. It would freeze, wouldn't it?
Always.
Jesus.
Ben, where can people find you, support you, listen to you, all those good things, my man?
On Twitter at emo Ancap, and then also you can check out my podcast, Shut the Punk Up, on pretty much every streaming service, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, everything. And then you check out the Emo Caucus, and I also have some really cool news coming up, probably around the time of Pork Fest for my nonprofit that we're launching. So
yeah, let me know if it's something that we support. We've been more than happy to put it out on Rumble if we can ever get back on Rumble. I don't know what's going on here.
Oh, you're gonna love it, dude. It's gonna be great.
Rumble, we're doing like 80,000 views, and now tonight it won't let us stream Rumble, so I'm not very happy.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, we'll get the episode up on Rumble. We'll put all the episodes up on shit, but usually when we're live there, they put us on the front page of Rumble, so I'm pretty upset that we weren't there tonight. But anyways, Ben, I appreciate you, man. I love you to death. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
I'm
dude.
sorry
Appreciate
that
it.
you came on like one of the worst technology nights we've ever had on the show. At least it didn't drop the stream, though. We didn't drop the stream because I got that Google Fiber, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ben will have to come back. We'll bring Ben back.
We didn't talk about Israel that much either, so.
Yeah, a
little bit.
It is typically when we start talking about Israel, they drop our stream almost
that's
immediately every time. I don't know why. Actually, we know why. We know why. Let's not act like we don't know why.
Yeah, next time we'll talk about the Jays more.
Yeah, I talk about the Jays quite a bit on here. The funny thing is like, here's the thing: is like I'm not a noticer, right? Like I'm a certified member of the noticing community.
You notice patterns.
I notice patterns, okay, and I'm not afraid to talk about like statistics and patterns and shit that happens. And I know that some people get upset about that, but I also am not like one of those people that hate anybody. Like I have no hate, right? I hate things and actions, and I hate the actions of the Zionist government of Israel, but I don't like hate Jews. You know what I mean? And like, for all intents and purposes, Jews do hate my Savior. They think very badly of my Lord and Savior as a Christian, and I'm not okay with that. But I don't know. It's crazy.
Christ is King.
Yes, Christ is King. Thanks, Ben. We appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for coming on. We'll have you back on when we don't have the technology issues, man. I promise.
All right, dude.
What if they pop, like we don't have them, then we have them back on and they pop up again? Do we just assume it's Ben's fault?
Yeah, it's Ben's fault if that happens for sure. We'll consider it Ben's fault.
Checks
AJ,
out.
AJ, you got anything before we go?
Follow me on X, poison_tip. I got banned again on Facebook, guys.
Yeah.
They know my IP.
Yeah, they got his IP.
They don't want me to be able to text my kids on their tablets and tell them things like black people shouldn't die in fires. So I'm banned again.
You could just get the kids messenger app, right? That's what we do with our kids. There's just an app for kids messages and that you can send your kids messages.
I thought I had to have Messenger. Facebook Messenger.
No, you can just get the kids messenger app and message your children.
We'll talk about it after the show.
That's what we do. Brian, you got anything before we go?
Follow me on Twitter at BulldogGamer28. I know, old. I made my Twitter back in 2013, back when I was still a neocon. Yeah, but I mean, politics wasn't a big part of my identity then. I was just into video games and musicals.
Feed again. We lost your feed again, buddy. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. Maybe it's the Camlink graphics card, or maybe it's the video capture card going out. That is like my oldest video capture card. It could be what's going on. I don't know. But yeah, Brian, I got your camera looking fucking smooth tonight, like really smooth, and now we're having camera problems. So
of course,
I guess that's how it works. Let's see. We got you back up there. Yeah, you look good. You're looking smooth tonight, dude. Yeah. I got AJ and you both looking real good tonight. Dude.
Yeah, and my beard line is looking clean.
Oh god, this guy always has to take it to a level of cringe every time.
Every time.
Every fucking time, dude.
Step.
Oh yeah.
Every time, dude. He's like, I remember the night when he's like, I'm definitely the best looking guy on the show. Do you remember that? Do you remember that shit? That had me fucking rolling.
And it still remained true.
Oh my god, dude.
We were all talking shit, and then he took off his glasses, and we're like,
okay, it wasn't bad when he took the glasses off. Definitely helps.
I intentionally nerfed my looks, so I fit in with the normal people.
Yeah, but the man bun, come on, dude. You lose. Sorry.
Can't wait for DC.
AJ's still the best looking dude on the show. That's just how it's always going to be that way. I'm sorry, dude. You lose. You can't have a manly dude like this on the show and think that you're the best looking guy. 9 times out of 10, the woman is going to go for that guy over there, over the long hair guy.
Feet, dude.
Yeah,
I got crow's feet.
That's scientifically proven. Dude.
No, I've got a gay older brother, which statistically makes... No. Statistically, like if you have a gay older brother, you're more likely to be highly successful with women.
Okay.
This is a guy who's only been with one woman in his life.
By contrast, you're probably like
no. Like
you're like compared to
in general.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
I don't drink. I don't drink very often.
All right.
This is kind of strange. I don't drink very often. And my wife every once in a while wants to have a drink, very occasionally. And she's like, "Can you get something?" She's gluten free. She doesn't drink at all. Or she doesn't have any gluten at all. And she's like, "Do you think you could pick something up, without gluten, maybe something organic?" She's really into organic shit. And I found these Monaco mixed cocktails in a can, and it was like a mixed pack. And it had like tequila drinks and vodka drinks, and then it's got one that's like a adios motherfucker. It's got like all the liquors in it with like blue curacao and shit. And I decided to have a vodka cocktail tonight while we're doing the show because I rarely drink. You guys know that.
Yeah.
And this one is a citrus rush, and it just is a real cocktail made with vodka. And it's 9%. And it's just supposed to be vodka and citrus liqueur, natural and artificial flavor, served chill on the rocks, but it tastes like a vodka Red Bull.
Oh,
like straight up tastes like a vodka Red Bull, but there's no Red Bull in it. But it tastes like a vodka Red Bull. And I'm going, and this is canned by House of Monaco, Cold Spring, Minnesota.
Going for that Monaco sponsorship, dude.
Yeah, well, I'm actually really surprised.
We need sponsorship.
I'm actually. His camera went out again. I'm actually just really surprised because I actually really enjoyed Red Bull vodkas. I used to drink them a lot when I was younger.
Me too.
But man, that shit will make my heart just thump, right?
How many did you drink, dude?
A lot. Hey, do you know that? Do you want to know something really funny? When I was in high school, I worked at a place called All Star Sports Bar and Grill. I was me and my brother were the cooks at a sports bar, like a fucking 21 and up, like
dude,
dope sports
and
bar.
You're how old?
I was 16, 17.
Oh,
years
Jesus.
old. And we were there late at night. Probably weren't allowed to be, but we were. This is back when you could work as a minor, as a child, and make money for your family.
Yeah, you gotta leave at 10.
Yeah, we didn't. We just worked.
Or whatever.
And A guy used to come in all the time. He was a fucking total tweaker, and he used to drink Red Bull vodkas, like 10 of them at night. He had a heart attack at the bar and died.
Whoa! And documented Red Bull kill.
Young too. Young. I mean, probably in his like late 40s or early 50s.
Yeah.
Heart attack, dropped dead, died. Drank too many Red Bulls.
Yeah.
The bar. This is how classless my town is that I grew up in. The bar that served him these Red Bull vodkas, instead of going, maybe we shouldn't serve that many Red Bull vodkas. Maybe we should take it off the menu. I don't know.
They made it a promo.
They changed the name of Red Bull vodka at All Star Sports Bar to Heart Attacks.
Nice.
And they'd continue to sell them, and they'd have heart attack specials. And they sell heart attacks.
Yeah, make it a promo.
And that's what it was, dude. I'm from a really, really shitty little place. The more I think about it, the more I realize how terrible people were where I'm from.
Great business decision.
California's fucking horrible. Anyways, I love you guys to death. Thank you so much. We'll be back on Thursday for an all-new show, hopefully without the issues and being able to stream to everywhere. Until then, don't forget to break the cycle.
Oh, you're good, dude. I had a good time.
Due to legal reasons, I just have to explain. The lyrics of my last song may seem to contain a violent call to action in the verse and refrain, but I just meant it in Minecraft. The helicopter part was in reference to GTA 5 and the things you do. So any violence you commit, I am not an excuse, because I just meant it in Minecraft. A chipper is my friend and he's constantly cold. Accusations of incitement getting totally old. Make your own choices, yeah, you have control, because I just meant it in Minecraft. Obviously I would never advocate force, unless there's due process and a trial, of course. And if you're convicted, we will make you a corpse. In Minecraft, just in Minecraft. Nothing I mean, you know it. No product finish, cause it closed, you COVID.